find us.
She's so fire.
She's so fire. You wanna be seen with me? Wow.
She got 10 seconds.
What? But if that was a male artist, I promise you the whole thing would have been played.
Hey, the baby could hold it. Because for copywriting for the last one, it's slow. Nah, you get everybody gets 10. Everybody gets 10 and it's like that.
It's been a rule.
So I'll make it a little smoother next time.
You are so annoying.
I'll make it a little smoother.
Alrighty, this is your host and your favorite multifaceted black girl, Alexandra Alexis. I'm here with Black Nasarima.
Black.
SOS Brady. SOS Brady for president. I like that. Some new Naga. We got our couch niggas. We got a new addition to the couch niggas tonight.
Hey.
We got Soon.
Say it right, Matal John. Say it right. Say it right.
Also known as Zach. We got Lucid. Also known as Phil.
Dark intros.
And then we got Nova. We got Todd Jones. And then our special guest today. Well, it's not really a special guest, but we got some special people in the building today. We got Jessica, Q, and Jasmine.
Yeah, thank you.
What's up? How y'all feeling today? And this is the 4th episode of Pass the Off.
Dun, dun, dun. We need some dramatic shit.
We need a side. I want a soundbite. I want a soundbite. How y'all doing today?
Fantastic.
On this beautiful Sunday.
Happy to be alive.
Beautiful.
Yes, today was a great day. We celebrated Anthony's birthday.
Yeah, we was brunching it up.
Dumb bougie. Drinking mimosas.
Mimosa. I never knew what a mimosa was until today. So.
I don't even like orange juice, but I like it with alcohol, so.
That's what a mimosa is?
It's orange juice and champagne.
And we told you that when you were there. And we told him before he drank. Anyways.
I came out looking like orange.
No, I still didn't know. I just thought it was alcohol. Like, I just didn't know. Like, I didn't know it was a combination.
Anyways.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry I didn't know alcohol.
Trey, go out more. Get out more.
Okay, I'm sorry.
There's a life outside of
the crib.
That was a good follow-up because she was stuck.
I got your back.
thank
Didn't y'all go to an event?
Yeah, yesterday, last night we went to the last Saturday event. My friend Majine, she threw it. She's a member of the Society of the Arts. She's interning for them. It was really dope. It was really cool. We met a lot of people. It was a cool open mic event. Like the way they set it up, people like. It's like as the night goes, people were signing up to perform, which was really dope. Like the energy was cool. It was fun. How'd you think it was, Black?
Oh, dope energy, especially like I'm not used to seeing that in Rockland outside of y'all. So it's like, it felt like a real.
So you
community.
said that they were second to us. They were second the best when it comes to energy to us, right? That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying, right? I'm just trying to make sure I hear you and comprehend what you're saying.
What I said was,
everybody else whack. I heard you.
There were a dope collective outside of us.
Honestly, what Black is really saying is, I'm from whack ass Jersey, so you know everything here is amazing.
Some artists in Jersey.
Wow.
Don't sleep. You got
They
some
have Joe
Budden.
Budden.
Nah, they got some other.
We got Fetty.
SZA. Oh, you have SZA.
We got Redman.
Zach, who's that dude we met in the mall that one time? What's his name? Albie. Yeah, you got Albie Al. You got a couple dudes in Jersey. I know Fat Boy in Jersey. He rapping a little bit. Like
Jersey. Yeah, dirty Jersey.
Jersey got a lot of upcoming artists.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Jersey's annoying. I hate the traffic. I hate the way you guys drive. Yeah, Jersey's just a weird town.
Wow.
But
The New Yorker hates how the New Jersey person drives.
But yeah, the event was really cool. So shout out to Society of the Arts. That was really dope. So let's get into Cardi B.
All right.
Hashtag surviving Cardi B. That's so disrespectful.
That's funny.
That's crazy.
That's so disrespectful.
That's pretty funny.
Yo, now anything that people fuck up, anything you do, it's gonna be hashtag surviving something.
Surviving.
Bro, there's so many people that need to be having surviving documentaries.
So let's just ask a straight up question. If this was a guy, would it be the same effect if a guy was in this situation?
Well, let's for those who are under a rock and haven't seen it posted up everywhere, basically Cardi B in the past, she used to basically bring men up to a hotel room, drug them, and rob them.
That's wild.
So, I mean, she admitted it was, a past thing. She did it in the past. She's a better person now. Life is about progression and growth, and she's growing. That's what she said.
And then in context, it happened 3 years ago. This was like brought up back into the media. Somebody digged up, she did a live.
Like they always do.
Yeah, she did a live 3 years ago. Somebody dug it up. They brought it back. And she was saying, yo, that was my life. Like, that's how we moved. Like, that's the people I was around. Like, I was around scammers. Like, that's the way we moved. Like, I wasn't hurting nobody. Niggas was
Yes, she was. You hurt a lot of niggas. That's the point. Like,
she drugged them. So, yeah, she did. She did hurt.
Yeah, like, come on. Like, if that was a guy, guy would we not be getting this nigga the fuck out?
If that was a guy who was just as famous,
so a guy would be doing what? Drugging and robbing a girl.
Bitches like
yeah, he could
females,
do. He would do that.
What? He would have a 3-part HBO series out right now.
But most times men don't do that. But most men don't drug and rob girls. Like they're gonna do other things.
But
like women, it's. I mean, it's wrong regardless. Regardless, it's wrong what she did. But I feel like it was 3 years ago. She had a completely different life. Like she's accepting that what she did was wrong, and she's moved on. Like so to just be surviving Cardi B, like she fucked up. She came from a rough environment. That's what happened.
I mean, T Grizzly, you know, he went to jail for robbery. It was like armed robbery.
Yeah, a lot of your favorite rappers kill people.
Okay, let's.
How you gonna go from 10 to 25? Like that was like, bro. The judges gonna sentence that differently. Black, what you think about it? What you think about it, Black?
I mean, to Rick Ross came in her defense with, and I thought that was pretty interesting because niggas was wilding out when he said that Molly and the champagne shit.
I forgot about that.
So I mean, I don't know if it would be the same exact reaction because a lot of different trends have happened. Like there was no surviving thing when this nigga Rick Ross said what he said, but it wasn't the same memes. It was like Rick Ross with a Jordan dunking a pill into a champagne glass.
But it was different though, because he said that he said that in a lyric. You feel what I'm saying? Like Cardi B is saying that on Instagram Live, venting, like very emotionally venting about what she used to do, her past activity. You know what I'm saying? It's two different things.
She didn't. No, that's not. You're saying it in the wrong context. That's not what happened.
So explain to me what happened.
You're saying that she was ranting on live, talking about what you're talking about currently or 3 years ago?
3 years ago when she was on the live, she was ranting emotionally.
She had a different life though. Like that was a different.
But you're the same person.
All right, yo, couch niggas, bro. What's up? Couch niggas, man.
I feel like it would have followed a man longer than, you know, it's probably gonna last for her. That's just generally in society. Shit.
Apparently.
I think at the end of the day, she gonna be alright.
No, of course.
Yeah, she's gonna be fine.
She's gonna be alright.
She's gonna be fine.
She's gonna be alright.
I mean, I guess this is just a great way for people to realize you have to be very conscious of the things you're putting on the internet, especially when you have an audience and a platform. Like you can't be saying shit like that. But at the same time, Cardi did used to talk very like, this is what I used to do. Yeah, girls don't do shit like this. This is what I used to do. This is how I used to move. Like that's how Cardi used to speak. So it's not like she was flaunting about it. Like girls go out and drug and rob.
Let me ask you a question. Like, do you think that this is going to be the only thing they dig up? Because she built her whole foundation off of that IG shit. So do you think this is the only thing? Because now all eyes are on her.
Cardi's indestructible. I think Cardi
built her foundation off of Instagram.
No, she built her foundation off of Love and Hip Hop.
It was off Love and Hip Hop.
No, it wasn't, Chris. It was before. It was Instagram, and then she got on Love and Hip Hop because of Instagram.
Nah, no, but Love and Hip Hop is what catapulted her into that, like,
of course,
but she built her.
She was on.
She had before Cardi was on Love and Hip Hop, she had like almost 1 million followers. Yeah, she had a huge platform.
So going back to my question, do you think that all that shit she did to get popping, you think they're gonna keep digging? You think they're gonna find
that? But she didn't do that to get popping. That made her popping because she was a real bitch and people related with it.
It's same. The question is still the same. Do you think that they're gonna dig up and find more things within her past now? Because they already found out. I don't even know how the fuck you
they
found
do it with everybody.
Yeah,
they
I feel like it doesn't matter what they dig up. Cardi's too much.
You don't think that Cardi's gonna get stopped at all?
Not right within the next 3 years. Nah.
Indestructible.
It don't really matter what you dig up.
Okay.
If this is all they got for how long she's been around, she'll be good.
She's good regardless. Just.
But let's just also put it out there that if I did it, y'all would not see me here today.
That's a fact, though. It's a guy.
I am way too dark to get away with stuff like that, bro.
Way too. What's your line? Way too
dark for a talk. Way too dark for a talk, bro. It's a fact.
Oh my god. So Chris actually sent me something the other day about Gold Link. He was going off on Lil Uzi about stealing flows and stuff. So I thought an interesting question that came out of that was, so how do you guys feel about, like, do you think stealing flows discredits the artist now, or do you think that's just part of the culture? Like niggas just do it?
Just do it. I think music is so collaborative now, and it's just everyone feeding off each other's energy and waves and stuff like that, that I think that's just part of the culture. And it's always been like that. You've always had songwriters, you've always had, you know, these people there.
I feel like a lot of people are like exposing people and doing it though now. Like it's a very heavy topic now.
I think it's the way that people do it that matters. I think people just equate like having the same line or using the same line is just like all the same thing. Like you just stole it. That's it. There's no, you feel me? Like there's a lot of times people are paying homage.
Yep.
And there's sometimes it's very calculated. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
I think Drake is very calculated when he does some majority of it.
I feel like we put Drake under a magnifying glass because he's the biggest star in art and hip hop.
I kind of like when certain people do it though.
I feel like he always gets to look like, oh, he's the stick. But like a lot of
niggas,
no one talks about Boogie doing that.
Yeah, I think it's how you do it. Like when you do it artistically, like I feel like Drake, for me, watching him from like the beginning of his career, he's always done it in a kind of way. He's always doing it in a kind of way where it's kind of like he has mad history, like hip hop knowledge. Like he's paying homage. Like he's really digging into. He's showing us through his art how much he fucks with hip hop in general. So it's like how you do it. When certain people put it in their songs because if Jay-Z did it, we would all fuck with it. It's all about how you do it, and it's all about who's doing it.
And you can't say you wouldn't either. Can't say it's sad.
If Cole did it, you would fuck with it. Kendrick, you would fuck with it.
Jay-Z,
yo, Jay could remix ABCs, and Jones would be like, yo, y'all heard that?
Yo, y'all heard that ABC shit?
You heard Jay that ABC? Yo, and then he said EFG.
When that nigga said 1, 2, 3, I almost went crazy. 1, 2, 3. He said just the wait. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3. That's hilarious.
But personally, I think the problem with it is, right, if your biggest claims to fame aren't original,
sorry, I just noticed.
And you want to be put, I think Drake is the greatest artist of our generation. I think Drake is one of the greatest artists of a long time. I don't think he's one of the greatest rappers.
Yeah,
I agree.
I agree 100%.
He's one of them though, but he's not.
He's one of them. I mean, he's up there. Like Drake is up there. Like we all know. Like I like he writes. Like we know he writes, but we also know he doesn't write, which is whatever. So, you know, he's a great artist. He can take his whatever and he can make something beautiful.
Yeah.
But rapper, nah, because at the end of the day, the greatest rappers to me, the Coles, the Kendricks, the Nas's, the Hoves, that's. No one else is writing for them.
Yeah, that's literally off the dome. So what if an artist adapted a different sound from a different state?
It's dope. Do what you got to do.
Do you guys respect that?
I'm confused.
Like, because Goldlink's whole thing was how Lil Uzi's like stealing the DMV sound and all that stuff. So how do you guys feel about that?
I think he's hating.
Why
is he so mad?
I think he feels
if you think it's such a big problem, do it great yourself. Like Lil Uzi's out here. I mean, it's
maybe
music.
he thinks he's really stealing the shit because niggas just be biting other niggas' shit.
Biting other people's phone. Like imagine like Atlanta
they say
sound.
Tory be biting niggas. Tory Lanez be biting niggas' sounds all the time. Like you know, that's what the word is that he be biting niggas' shit. Like.
So you guys don't think it discredits an artist?
I don't care.
You know what it is, and we could kind of like what I think it's hard to. If we knew that they were really biting it, that's the problem. But we don't really know. We don't know if they're influenced. We don't know if they're biting. So it's kind of hard to tell. So it's like muddy water. You know?
I think it's just who the artist is, honestly.
And you know when you listen to a song a lot, or you listen to a genre a lot, you get that sound in your head, and sometimes you can't pinpoint where it comes from. But that'll be your inspiration behind a track or something. You know what I mean? That you have that sound and you'll do it unconsciously. And it might be something that you go back and you realize you're like, whoa, this is off of that. Let me switch that up.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Because I know that's happened to me. So it's like, I don't think music is so collaborative. They're all in the same space. They're all feeding off each other's energy. Like, if you're going to get at Uzi for it, get at Drake for it. It's more of a vibe
type of thing.
Get at everybody for it. Get at everybody who's doing it. At the end of the day, he's an artist. So he's taking a piece of fabric and he's molding it to whatever it is that he wants.
I guess at the end of the day, you have to have a certain level of respect in the game before you could start doing that. And niggas don't say it's stealing.
Yeah, Uzi got respect though. Uzi got respect.
I feel like he does. I feel
Push
like it's
me to the edge.
There's a disconnect.
Yeah, there is a disconnect between Uzi and the culture. Yeah. Definitely a disconnect.
Where?
Because like people, there's that one side who say Uzi is, he's big in the culture, he's influential, but there's the other side who say he's detrimental to rap because he's not. He's a mumble rapper.
I don't think he's a mumble rapper.
I'm not saying that you say that. I'm not saying that he can rap. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
I was just saying.
Yeah, I understand that y'all don't think that, but that definitely is the shift.
Well, I think the people that say that's a disconnect don't really understand hip hop like that. Because if you're saying that nigga's a mumble rapper, I don't think you're really fucking with hip hop like that. To be honest with you, keep it.
I don't want it to. Yeah.
What you mean you couldn't
He
say
said
that?
that 10, 12 years ago.
What?
He sound like him, but it's cool. He's doing it different.
Yeah, I see.
I see
Yeah,
what you're
that's
saying.
so true.
People who were in their 60s and 70s as rappers back then are still getting shit about like, yo, you kind of still sounded like this dude. He's getting into real arguments with him.
But I think it's because back then people weren't really making. I feel like you were really just trying to be heard back then. Like, so you were really just spitting. Like, now people are very much more about the music. So I think that's why now people are like, oh, you're stealing this flow, you're stealing this thing, when people are really just
And you gotta remember,
adapting to, and like, it's just a different time.
you gotta also remember that hip hop 10 years ago was younger than it is now. You know what I'm saying? So it takes
No
on a
shit,
different
really?
But
Oh shit! Really?
Duh.
So you're telling me 10 years ago it was younger than it was today?
I know that's mind blowing information, but like
The way he said it was so profound. Like, so you gotta understand, 10 years ago it was younger.
all right, cool.
years ago,
All
it was
right,
10
cool.
years ago.
All right, cool. I'm gonna sip my little
Speaking of
thing.
proverbs.
Even though he always looks at it and never drinks it.
Never
But what were
drink
you
it.
saying?
A nigga said I just sit there and have the cup in front of me. That's funny. That's bad for
They say he
You-
be
because
grabbing
he's
the
a
cup. He never be
babysitter,
drinking it.
Trey's the
Yo,
type
Ray?
to wait for the drunkenness. Like, he really waits for the drunkenness.
Yeah, I be waiting 10 minutes. I be like,
He waits for the drunkenness. He'll be like, all right, I feel it. Oh, nah, I don't feel nothing. I can take another sip.
pass the aux.
But yes, Wendy Williams, bravery or fuckery?
Wendy Williams, bravery or fuckery?
What are we talking about? Well, like,
You
what is
know
the
exactly.
context?
You know
I don't-
exactly
I
where
don't
the
know whole
context of that is.
situation.
So
I
so I think a lot of people are just like, a lot of people are on the fence of like, oh, she's always talking shit about people,
She is.
but she never highlights her life and shit like that. And now that, you know, she openly admitted that she's
telling half the story still.
She's back on coke and everything. But how is she telling half the story?
Why don't you keep it real with what's actually going on with your fans and don't sugarcoat shit? If you always constantly going at somebody and then when it comes to your life, you're going to sugarcoat or tell two... I did that with my mom. My mom asked me if I did something and I don't want to tell her the whole truth. I'm going to lie a little bit. Like, come on, keep it all the way G. If you really... Like, don't talk about other people and then not expect...
And
that's
not
her
just
job,
talk about
though.
other people, but slander other people.
Yeah, she went
Yeah,
in.
sometimes
Wendy
she be going
Williams
in, sometimes
I said,
definitely.
she be going
Definitely.
hard, like hard. And a lot of times you have to be ready if you're gonna put yourself in that position to put your life under the same microscope. So,
But
if
why do you
that's-
guys feel like she necessarily has to do that?
I'm not saying she has
she's
to,
a personality.
but I'm
she has a
saying
platform.
she has to be prepared to.
What do you
There's
mean
a
be
difference.
prepared to? She's told
Because
her audience
if
what's
you're-
been going on.
Because at the end of the day, I'm sorry, but you want a platform and you want all the perks. You don't have to talk about your life. You don't have to do all these things.
Facts.
But you want to
So,
be doing
Brady,
whatever.
question.
Wait, real quick. So what I'm saying is, she put herself in that platform, right? She chose to be as big as she was, to have her own show, to talk about other people, to be such an influence in whatever. That comes with certain things. Like, again, Jay-Z, let's use Jay-Z and that whole situation with him and
Beyonce?
and Beyonce. Jay-Z, it was out. They kept it a stack. He was getting killed. You know why? And he even came out and released music explaining it.
Because he's
For
an
real.
artist.
Facts.
Not
'Cause
because he's an artist,
though.
also,
Because he's-
but
yeah, I
because
see what
he
you're saying.
didn't go out and he didn't say it in interviews. He's an artist. He's not going to go out and say it in interviews, but he's going to put it in his music. And he's going to tell us
Exactly,
the truth.
because that's what a
Wendy's
music
medium-
artist
Wendy's
does.
medium isn't art.
that show.
It's,
That's what he's
it's
saying,
the,
right?
it's the opposite. So in her way of releasing a track, in her sense of the term, she should come out with it 100%.
That's what-
Because
And
at the end of the day, you chose to be in that platform. Being in that platform and having such a high ground comes with the responsibility to your fans, to the public, to keep it a stack. If you want to talk about how people are living their life and how fucked up it is and how you think this person is doing this and how,
So, okay, this is what I just
should
want
be
to
able to
say.
back it
I
up.
just want to say
Period.
this. Wendy Williams has been an on-air personality for a very long time.
Yeah.
She has told us in the past that she suffered from drug abuse. She
get
was
that.
a drug
I get
addict.
that. I get
Her
that.
fans fully know that. So now when she's a person going through something, meaning, okay, I relapsed. Now let me try to get my life together. Let me try to meditate. Let me try to do that, which she's been sharing with her audience. And now she relapses and tells her audience, I relapsed. What more do you want
not
from her?
even
You want her to go in depth about when she was in the bathroom
Not
relapsing?
even,
Like,
no,
what do you
not
want?
even just,
Nah,
not
not
even
that,
that
not
specifically. Also, with the status between her and her
husband. She said it's her
whatever it is.
husband, Brady. She
I
can't
know.
slander her.
I'm not saying slander, but I'm saying if you can't have your cake and eat it too, is what I'm saying.
But let me ask you a question.
So people can't have that job. You can't have a platform.
Would you do that in your situation if your wife was doing whatever?
Exactly.
Would you put your business out on TV?
I'm petty. If I look like I'm right 100% of the time, I'm gonna put it out.
But that's not mature. That's not mature. In a marriage, like what?
You just said it's not mature. You just said it's not mature. You're right. I'm petty. Isn't that what I said? Didn't I start off with I'm petty? That's not what I said.
Petty and maturity is not two different.
I didn't say I'm not petty. I didn't say I'm petty. I said I'm petty. You said it's not mature.
You wildin'. Like I just everybody keeps saying that whole like if you talk about people, I don't agree with that because we have a platform.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like I don't agree. And then she's been telling us what's going on. It's not like these are secret things.
Hold on, what y'all think? What you think?
Nah, I just feel like it's hard for somebody to talk about themselves anyway. So it's like, how far can you go? You know what I mean? Like literally, she's holding the reins on that. Like, she could bring them all the way in and go too far, and nobody wants to do that on camera.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
and she's going through it. And maybe afterwards, when she's cleaned up again, she'll talk about it.
She's got to ease up on how she judges people. Then
I think that's.
I think she got a lot better.
Then she's got to ease up.
But I think
that's why I'm talking about having the cake and eating it.
Yeah,
too.
but Wendy's style of how she does that, she gives it up. A lot of people want her platform. Like this woman is, she is huge and a huge staple in our culture.
She's still a staple in the culture.
Exactly. So it's like,
but a lot of celebrities particularly don't fuck with her. Like y'all seen the
Method Man? Oh my God, Method Man went off. I do agree though. Sometimes it's like it's the way you do it. Like my biggest thing is just what you do with your platform, and I don't necessarily agree with how she does it because it's very rumor based, very just like gossip. You're not trying to propel the culture. You're not trying to really do nothing. You're just trying to slander. But that's what she did.
And maybe that's why she's in the position that she's in now.
Yeah, that's what sucks. Yeah,
she wasn't pushing the culture for her, so the culture moved on.
It's like a little bit. It's like we take a bit of yours, a bit of this, like put that all together. I see what you're saying.
But I do hope everything is good with her. I hope she gets better.
I don't know. I don't really care for her. If I don't like you and I don't know you.
Yeah, but whatever.
And I don't know you personally.
Speaking of some more fuckery, Jessie Smollett, his case has been dropped, dismissed. But like, what I don't understand is what happened. So they're just not gonna. So the case is dismissed, and they're not gonna tell us what.
First off, can I tell you what all the problems are? First off, you want to take advantage of my Nigerian bodas. Look, my bodas, hey, oh my Nigerian mate, look at me. Don't go doing it, okay? Hey, you know what they just did to my brothers? First off, the only picture they got of the two niggas, they got no shirts on. Why? Why? Every picture they got no shirt, right?
They never got a shirt on.
I know they got an IG. I know they got pictures with shirts on. What are you doing? Secondly, this nigga done staged the whole thing. Had text message receipts. He had receipts. He had text messages going back and forth. He had these niggas coming out testifying. He's got the mayor, the chief of police, all saying this guy's bugging.
But you don't see the problem in that? You don't think that's the problem right there? That they're focusing so much on this Jessie, whatever nigga name is, and they not focusing on real shit that's happening? You don't see that as the problem?
But I think that's important. Because at the end of the day, you have to be accountable for your actions, and this says something.
It's one nigga that just lied.
But like Jessie Smollett, but that's the thing, though.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
You have to care if they're a celebrity.
You have to care.
But do we have to care more about this than about real shit that's happening, real murders, real kidnappings?
No, not by any means.
No, but at the end of the day,
if somebody fakes a hate crime, bro.
Come on.
You know what that does to the state of the country?
Is that bigger than an actual murder happening?
Yes. And can I tell you why?
That's bigger than that?
Can I tell you why? Can I tell you why?
I see where you're coming from, Trey. I see what Trey's talking about. I see what Trey's talking about.
You know what it does? And then
you said what?
Throw him in jail to keep it pushing.
That's what I'm saying. And if anything, if you're faking a hate crime, it minimizes the real hate crimes that's going out there.
Very
now
true.
They don't want to use the cops. I'm not finished. Now they don't want to use the resources to go and investigate other hate crimes and other things like that. Especially in a place where that was like happening, in a place where like they use over like 100 like private detectives overcheck like or whatever and things like that. But the point is, at the end of the day, if it actually happened, right, we would all be saying, yup, that's right. Use 100 reporters, right? Use all these resources and get to the bottom of this hate crime.
Honestly,
because if he actually really got, what happened. maybe not him, but you understand what I'm saying?
I see where both of you guys are coming from, and I agree with you because I think what Trey's kind of mostly saying is what the media likes to highlight and make important and what they don't highlight. Like black people as a whole have way bigger issues than Jessie Smollett. Like I see where it does fuck with us. It does affect us.
Who cares?
But I also do see where it does affect us because he's such a public figure, it gives other people the right to be like, oh yeah, Jessie Smollett lied. These niggas always be lying. Like what they love to do.
Go report
so I see that
too. One case. There's multiple cases that are unsolved. Why don't y'all have 100 fucking investigators
on that?
Little girl get kidnapped. You see what I'm saying? Y'all niggas put 100 niggas on this nigga. Put 100 on the girl that's never coming back.
I hear.
Y'all chatting.
And then what I also don't like is how much they highlight it when it's like, yo, he's backed by Fox. This nigga's getting out. Like we already knew this was gonna happen. Like he has money. This is like these are the situations that happen and they make so important when they're really so small and so dumb. Like
fuck that nigga's name.
I get it. I get what you're saying, but I just feel like at the end of the day, it can't, like, small things, they may seem small, but they lead to bigger things that we're not always aware of. And that's what I want my man's right here to understand. That if his son, right, in the future goes through something and feels the need to protect, but do you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But you
hate crime, nigga. Yo, dad, this what happened. All right, let's go.
Nah, he won't even do that. That nigga's gonna be like, dad, this what happened.
Ain't no hate crime. Ain't no, oh no, this and that.
For the sake of
walking back to the house with a noose on his neck. Like, get the fuck out of here.
For the sake of the example, I'm saying something. Then okay, let me talk about my kid. I want my kid to, if he went through something and he feels like there's a need to go to the cops, right? That they believe him. That they don't see Jessie Smollett and they said, oh, he had all, because he's the biggest story now.
Yeah.
When it comes to hate crime, he's the only hate crime story that the white media is seeing.
Yeah.
Because he's
Brady,
the only thing
to be honest, the cop is still gonna fuck your son over it, whether this happened or not.
No, I know, but I'm just saying.
For real though, but I see what you're saying.
For that to be a hoax, it gives a negative light to people who are actually going through that.
Yeah.
Same thing when women lie about being raped or lie about being things like that. Now you're then ruining for the people who actually go through stuff like that. That's my point.
And even going off of that, it's such a difficult situation when a girl claims that and she may be lying or like you know what I'm saying, like not telling the truth all the way 100, because now it puts, like I think about the Mike Tyson case where the girls claim that he did this and that, and it's just like, but you was lying, like, you know, and you still sent me to jail for all these years while you was lying, and this real girl's out here getting raped.
Yeah,
so it's like life. It puts people in a weird position.
It's very
it's fucked up all around.
People shouldn't lie, but niggas lie.
Right? In a perfect world,
people shouldn't lie, but niggas lie. Like
life
niggas
is not easy like that.
I just want to say I'm a part of the faithful black male community. I do not lie.
Jasmine!
I do not lie. I do not cheat. I do not steal.
That's the O.
Very good. But I think this honestly goes perfectly right into Demetrius.
He looked at the camera.
Black power.
Black power.
Wait.
Yo, remember when Wakanda came out and all niggas would do is Wakanda?
I remember
when Wakanda came out. He's so ignorant.
Black Panther.
That's the only thing he got for the whole movie.
You're too young to talk like that, yo.
That shit was great.
That shit was great. I felt so good when Black Panther came out.
When Wakanda came out.
But what I wanted to say. Brady hangs on to every single one of your words.
Nah, that was crazy. Because me and Black looked at each other at the same time, like, nah, he's bugging.
When Wakanda came out.
Wow.
Bro,
but yeah, I agree with you.
You said you can't.
But yeah, like I was saying,
you can't be calling it.
I thought this conversation went perfectly into Demetrius Peterson because of the fact that like what the media likes to hide, like what cops, what are cops fucking doing with their jobs?
So
like, what are they really doing?
Demetrius Peterson.
So Demetrius Peterson, I saw this story on World Star. So anyways, Demetrius Peterson is
Yo, Phil's back there like the fuck, my nigga.
Basically, to simplify it, basically this guy did a crime. I think it was like counterfeit bills or whatever. This guy did a crime, committed it. He served his time. 13 years later, he gets a knock at his door from U.S. Marshals. They come in.
So out of jail for 13 years.
Out of jail for 13 13 years. Ain't getting no trouble.
No trouble.
Boom.
Yes.
13 years. They knock on his door.
So the system was supposed to work. It was a correctional facility, and they did the correcting.
Yeah.
Okay. Out for 13.
Did the correcting.
They did the correcting.
Clean for 13 years. They did the correcting. They did the correcting. Okay.
They come back, right? And they come back, knock on his door. They arrest him in his house, and they charge him now with. I forgot what they actually charge him with, but they basically saying that he has to go back to jail for 16 months now, or something like that. Only because that they messed up on the paperwork or whatever, and they didn't give him all the time that he served. Basically, so they're basically saying, "Yo, you didn't serve that."
So what they're saying is he wasn't corrected.
More or less,
after 13 years, they felt like he still wasn't corrected, and they came back for him after 13 years.
My question is the reason why. Like, what the fuck would you do if that was you and the niggas came, knocked on your door, and the rest of you talking about you gotta do 16 more months after 13 years of just good behavior?
You're not taking me alive.
You go into jail. That's what's gonna happen.
Is it self-defensive? Like you didn't do a crime and then you
How you
kill
gonna
him
jump
for
me in
coming
my
to
legs?
your
Work, nigga, I'm gone.
I think this is a perpetual system of just fucking people over.
Bro, I feel like there's stacks. Like one stack is for when we pull niggas over to kill them. Another stack is when they're in prison to keep them in there. Another stack is like it's like different levels to this shit.
Yeah,
every single way they can keep you in the system. Every single way they can keep you in the system, they do it.
In all fairness, though, for all of our All Lives Matter viewers, just a PSA. I don't know all the details.
Matter viewers.
I don't know all the details of the case.
All Matter viewers, turn this off now. All Matter
Republicans buy sneakers too.
You can't sit with us.
Republicans buy sneakers
what that
too.
mean?
But anyways,
what does that even mean?
You don't remember when Michael Jordan said that? Like,
yeah, he did. Yes. We talked about that.
We talked about that. Remember? But I also don't like speaking 100% on things that I don't know all the information of.
Fact.
So
true, but
I know from what you're telling me, it sounds horrible. From what you're telling me, it's morally wrong. Goes against basically the foundations of our fucking.
So where's your hesitation? Like, does this just sound like blasphemous that you think the U.S. would do this?
I don't know if he was on parole. I don't know if
nigga, he was good. He served 13 years. He's good.
Know,
ain't no parole. Nigga, he's good.
No.
13 years parole. He's valid.
Meek Mill is still on parole, bro, from something he did.
But it wasn't 13 years though.
But I'm saying it's been that long.
It's been 10 years, I think.
It's been 10 years. 10, 13. What's the difference? But I'm saying like at the end of the day, he could have. I don't know. Like, even if I want to know, even if he did
this
something,
nigga really got his All Lives Matter hat on right now. Like, really arguing this shit. Like,
it's morally wrong. Regardless, if he served his time, he served his time. You shouldn't be bringing him back. But I'm just saying, I want to hear all the facts. The facts.
Gotcha.
So that I can have an intelligent opinion about what's going on.
But here's just the truth of it. He's African. He's an African American man
in United States of America.
He's an African American man in the United States, and he's went through the penal system already, and they want to get him back in there. At the end of the day, point blank period.
It's messed up.
That's it.
It's messed up.
Bro, nothing shocks me anymore. Somebody could tell me they never did nothing wrong. They never got a blue. Like nothing surprised me with black people.
I did cry to tear when I seen the Khalif Browder story, man. That shit that fucked me up. Like, Jones, you seen that? It was hosted by your man, Jay-Z. You ain't see that?
He produced it.
Yeah, he produced it. That shit was... He's slacking, right?
Nah, I gotta see it too. What's up? What's it on?
Jay-Z, please.
What's it on?
If you know what this case is about, go after it.
What's it on?
Like Jay-Z's watching
it. Netflix. Yeah, but it was.
I hope Jay-Z gets behind this story and gets my guy Demetrius out of here.
I mean, there's something fishy. Good. I mean, I just need to know the charge.
Yeah.
If
what
I find
the original charge was?
Yeah. Why is he going back? You know, I need that information before.
All right, cool.
Not even before I'm making an opinion. Like before we even know if he's actually going. Is he in jail?
Is he in jail? Yeah, facts. Like I don't know.
Well, Trey was the one who told me about.
Is he in jail right now?
Trey got all the answers though.
We'll do the. You ain't got the answers. I'll do the Googles and I'll get back to you on that.
Yo, Cardi has been crazy, but yeah, I just wanted to highlight Jay-Z. They just awarded him with the President's Award at the NAACP Image Awards.
Jones ain't hear that. Say that one more time. Jones ain't hear.
I said I wanted to highlight. I wanted to highlight our dad, the person we talk about every single podcast.
Where are you going?
He always got to use the bathroom.
He always just get up.
I be talking, I be like, yo, Black, what you do?
Yo, your eyes open like an African father. Like, what?
What? Where are you going?
But yeah, Jay-Z just got awarded the President's Award at the NAACP Image Awards. And the award was just recognizing his tribute to the Black community and highlighting a lot of the things with police brutality, with just the jail system, everything.
Jones,
so,
I'm not gonna hold you. Jay-Z's the best rapper, man.
He's the best rapper.
I give it to you.
He's the best rapper.
He's the best rapper.
Under Tupac, but he the best rapper.
What he's doing culturally is something that's
his
like...
whole scope of who he is as like... I mean, granted, crazy. Of course, people make mistakes. People go through stuff, you know. But for what he's taken, what he's done, and what he's used his power and influence for, unmatched.
Yeah.
Like,
honestly, you came from the hood. The system put you in it, so I don't think you did nothing wrong. Honestly, I think he got through his struggle. He did what he had to do, and instead of leading a different life, he became a boss and a mogul. That's it. Like,
he was always a boss,
I don't think Jay-Z did anything wrong in his life. I think he grew, and that was that.
She said, "I don't think he did anything wrong in his life." I know she bumped the whole Lemonade album, the whole Lemonade joint from beginning to end.
Yeah, that was
never did anything wrong.
Jay-Z, you ain't shit.
I was like, "You fuck nigga."
That ass. Yo, I was talking hella shit too. Jay, when that happened, I was like, "You gonna cheat on Beyonce?" Bro, who's gonna cheat on Beyonce?
Hey. He said, nigga, you almost went Eric Benet. Nigga, never go Eric Benet. Y'all know who Eric Benet is? Halle Berry's ex.
Halle Berry's ex, yeah.
I think he has to pay for... I think Halle Berry has to pay him.
Pay who?
Him. What's his name? Eric Benet.
Why?
For like ever. Because, you know, he
forever?
Because they used to be married, so he was used to that lifestyle, and it's called like marital... it's like it's like a marital custody type of thing.
So he just marries her?
It's like a marital custody thing. So because dependence thing. So because
whoa, what is this?
I'm gonna tell you.
I'm about to marry rich.
So I think like if you marry somebody who makes a certain amount of money, if you're together for a certain amount of time, if you guys divorce, and it's like the person wants to divorce, like the rich person wants to divorce, then they have to pay you in marital custody. Like they have to pay you an amount for the rest of whatever.
Oh nah, that reminds me of the Amazon chick who's like the richest woman right now because she divorced the dude.
Nope, that's not happening with me.
Facts.
Y'all IRS gonna have to find me.
Nah, I don't want to play with
It's not happening.
There's 3 letters.
Talking about I got used to the lifestyle. What?
Yeah.
What?
Imagine being like...
Never.
That's why I always feel bad for Amber Rose. Like, she was dead rich, chilling with Kanye.
Amber Rose is still
They
rich.
broke up, niggas. Well, there's a period where she was broke after they broke up. Before she, like, got... Yeah. But, Us. Anybody seen that movie yet?
Ooh, who didn't see the movie? Because I'm about to spoil the shit out of it. Who didn't see it?
We can't talk about it.
I can't.
Nah, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it.
All I'm going to say is that you need to see it twice.
Yes, it's meant to be seen
like,
twice.
because I'm about to see it this Tuesday and I saw it last Tuesday.
Lupita
see it
did
a
her...
third
Wait,
time
one
on
more
Tuesday.
time. Since today's the last day
It's
of
gonna be
Women's
good.
History Month, we highlighting the beautiful, talented,
Lupita Nyong'o.
vibrant...
She killed that shit.
She killed that one.
Lupita.
She's the
She killed that
how
one.
are you
sweetest
so
chocolate of every... Oh my God.
She's like a Hershey's Kiss, like...
Hershey Kiss.
Ooh. She did her thing in that. Yo, the monologues in that movie.
Yeah, she fucked that up. How do y'all feel about Jordan Peele saying that he's only gonna cast blacks as leads and now? Like,
What do you...
That's what I think about
love it,
that.
right,
Perfect.
Jones?
I love that.
He just says what... He
No,
just says...
we care, bro.
keep
All
it
I see
moving.
is these white niggas in these movies, bro.
Bro, he's just saying what white people say out loud.
Huh?
I'm not saying you have to make
Right.
people like a big thing in it, but like you shouldn't have to come out and say that. Just
Nah, you gotta make that.
You know what
I
I'm
think he should say it.
Todd, on the
I think
real,
he should say
what
it.
he's saying out loud is what all of them say inside their own little thing.
Facts.
So
And I
mean,
like that Jordan says it because before
did you
him,
hear his
who
reasoning
was
behind
like a
it?
notable black director, like Barry Jenkins and stuff like that, but like Tyler Perry. Everybody would always be like Tyler Perry movies.
got one John
is
Singleton, you got-
No, I know there's other ones, but I'm saying like people would always put that
Like
stigma
that
on
upper
black
echelon.
movies, like
Yeah.
Medea and stuff like that. So because Jordan Peele is such a like respected, notable, talented director, and he says that, it means a lot. Like I feel like it really does mean a lot.
Yeah, I appreciate the comment. I think. What y'all think,
Yeah, I
Couch
like
Niggas? What
it.
y'all think? That was a couch nigga response to that.
Couch niggas, wake up.
I'm still on Halle Berry. Halle.
Nah, you know what I think is dope? I heard he's doing the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
He's hosting it.
He's hosting it,
He's hosting it.
Yeah,
He's
'cause I
hosting it.
used to like the old shit, and if he does that, that'll be pretty cool. Cause I don't remember any black people on the old shit.
He's not gonna direct it. He's not gonna have.
I've never seen the Twilight Zone.
He's just gonna host.
I think he's just a host.
Yeah,
he might
he's
have
not
some type of.
I never seen the
He
Twilight
might
Zone.
say a thing here and there.
Say a thing here and there.
Yeah, he might. I don't think he's gonna do it.
Nah, I think that's gonna be dope. I like his mind. He's like creepy and
Yeah, that nigga's that
just
nigga.
like-
He be thinking.
But you know what real quick, you know what I
director.
noticed about Hollywood though? I feel like in Hollywood they use the same black actors over and over.
Yeah,
all
they
the
do.
time. Yo, they got like
They
6
do.
niggas in
They
rotation
do.
right now.
They got
They do.
6 guys in rotation.
One nigga
and they
get
do all
injured,
the
they just get
movies.
one more.
They
and
have
that's
two
it.
type of
And they
black
do all the
people.
movies.
They
Michael
have
B.
like
Jordan,
the Gabrielle Union, the Megan Goods. They use
Lupita,
them for all the
that's it.
BET movies, all the little shit. No, for real. And then like
that's
the
a fact,
Taraji
though.
P's and all that.
Yeah,
Then they
yeah.
have like the elite ones, the Lupitas, the Regina Kings, like the ones that
But
they'll
someone
put in
brought
the
up a good
motion
point to
pictures.
piggyback
Like,
off
it's
of
literally
that.
2 groups.
You know how they say they only have like 6 black actors? What about like Chinese actors? What about Japanese
Oh my God!
actors?
You remember Crazy Asians? That was
That's
the
why-
first time
yeah,
it was
the
an
first
all
time
cast.
it was all Asian
That's
cast.
That's
First
crazy.
time, can you imagine?
That's crazy.
That shit came out last year.
Huh?
Yeah,
The directors? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
but like
And it was
Indian movies are
beautifully put
big. Like
together.
there's a lot of like the Bollywood world
I
of
was
like
gonna-
movies is really big. Yeah, they got that shit on lock. Slumdog Millionaire was like one of my favorite movies, yo.
Nah,
I never seen it.
Slumdog. Oh,
Like that's the only movie y'all niggas know.
Yeah.
Word.
nah, to be
No,
honest,
no,
to
no.
be honest.
Gucci, no,
That
I
one
was
movie.
a real Bollywood head, like Kuchi Kuchi Hota Hai. That was my song.
What the fuck?
Kuchi Kuchi Hota Hai.
Go ahead.
You guys ever seen it?
Really? Yo,
I used to
what?
watch Bollywood movies with my sisters. All
I used
the
to watch
time.
Nigerian
fire.
movies.
Facts.
Beyonce.
Nollywood.
Yeah.
Where y'all at? Nollywood. Hey, I'm about to go home and watch Beyonce. Y'all playing with me.
So I think, yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that. I think instead of them focusing on like, yeah, they should also focus on making black movies, but they need to focus on
Diversify it.
expanding
I
it.
don't
Yeah,
want to just
like
see
can we have
white people
different
in
actors?
movies. I'm
Like
good. Y'all don't look like me.
they
I'm
put
good.
the same black
Bro.
girl. Yo, they put the
This
same
guy's
black girl in
down
every
to-
single movie.
Yo, bro.
What? They don't look like me.
Republicans
That's a
buy
fact.
sneakers too.
That's
guys.
cool, but they don't.
Nah,
And it's
yeah,
so real that even if you write a
Republicans buy
book
sneakers, too.
and the girl was a brown skin girl, they'll cast a light skin girl.
Nah, Leonardo. See, there's a
It's
few.
colorism,
There's a few.
it's all
Leonardo.
sorts of stuff.
Leonardo's dope.
What's the dude? The dude in Mr.
Al
and Mrs.
Pacino,
Smith.
fire.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Brad
What's his
Pitt.
name?
Robert De Niro.
Brad Pitt.
You got some
Yeah.
dope ones. I'm just.
Mission Impossible dude. Was that
Tom Cruise.
Tom
I
Cruise.
heard that nigga's like weird though, like a Scientology nigga. Like I heard that
They
nigga like
look,
really
they
weird.
look scary.
actor is Denzel.
Come on.
Denzel.
All right, come on.
What?
Come on.
Whoa, what you say? Come on for?
Best actor?
Yes.
Nah.
Who's better than Denzel?
Who's better than Denzel?
Just give me some time to think about
Nobody.
it.
Give me some time to think about it.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Give me some time to think about it. Give me some
Denzel's
time to
the
think
best
about it.
actor.
Denzel's one of
It's
my
not
favorite
Denzel. I need to
actors.
be in a different space to think about it.
What?
Nah.
It's
Nah, I feel it.
Denzel.
Nah, I feel it.
He's great. He's upper
I
echelon.
can't think of anybody off
He's a-
top because
he's
it's
a-
a
Denzel.
Bro,
Yeah,
bro,
give
but
me a
for
second.
female
You got
Sandra
it.
Bullock, I think Sandra Bullock is a phenomenal actress. I love Sandra Bullock. I think she's a
Denzel.
great actress. Sandra
Right?
Bullock is a
Right.
fire actress. I like
She-
her.
she's
You talking about the blind chick?
I used to watch
The chick who be in the movies can't even drive a boat. The blind chick?
She not
The
blonde.
blind
I don't know who
chick?
you talking about.
Sandra Bullock is
Sandra
not.
Bullock from the movie, you idiot.
Which one?
What?
Which one?
She's not blonde.
Which movie?
No, the
Oh,
blind.
Blindside. Blindside, yeah.
No, not
Blindside?
Blindside. The movie where she, the Bird Box,
Oh,
where she blind,
Oh,
I never saw Bird Box.
but
That
she
one-
covered her eyes.
That one-
Oh, I forgot.
That
I
went over my
actually
head.
forgot she was in
Naga,
Bird
that
Box.
one didn't hit. Naga.
Yeah,
That one didn't hit.
I had no
Naga.
idea what you were saying.
But that was a miss. That wasn't.
That
I
one
was,
ain't hit.
I was,
Right?
actually, I was actually very
Back on
uncomfortable.
Fans gonna get it. It's a subtle.
I was actually very uncomfortable the whole time you was doing
Okay.
that. I had
Yeah,
no
well,
idea
I
what you
didn't
were
know what
saying.
was going on.
respect it.
It was a weird time. If we could just cut that out, edit it.
Pass the aux.
Pass
I
the
guess.
aux,
Yes,
cut it out,
that was
edit.
actually
Pass
very
the aux, pass the aux.
Yes,
Pass
your
the
boy
aux.
J. Cole, executive producing
My
Young
boy.
Thug's album.
Yeah.
Yo, somebody said something earlier that
What?
about Young Thug. Like, were you the one who asked it?
I think I was. I don't know.
What
Yeah.
did you say? You said something about how like he's
Oh, do you think-
underappreciated.
No, I said, do you think he is?
Overlooked.
Gives him
A
much
legend.
credit. If it gives him enough credit.
Yeah. Do we give Young Thug enough credit? Like as a as
We do.
I think we
you
do.
do?
I think we do.
The
I
people
think
that
so.
should do, because
I think
he
we do.
deserves it. He's so
His
good.
sound is very
Oh
unique.
my God. To me, honestly,
he
it's
was
low-key
different when he
genius.
came into the game. It was- What
Man,
he's done with it.
play a joint from Young Thug real quick.
Nah, word.
Yeah, I'm good off of this. I'm
You don't
good
like
off
that
of the-
skirt ad lib?
No, I'm talking
Nah, he talking about
wearing-
skirts
Oh, wearing
in
the
general,
skirt.
like-
Oh, hurt. Never mind.
Yeah, he was like,
Hey.
skirt, yo, fuck with that skirt.
I thought it was that skirt.
Don't knock it until you try
Oh,
it.
like skirts. Okay. I mean, Andre did it.
Don't knock it
You don't
until
like when
you
he
try
does
it.
it?
Hey, girls
Wait, he's
like
the one who
skirts.
did hookah?
Yeah.
No, that's
Andre.
Andre.
Yo, Young Thug came into the game just killing it.
difference.
Hold on.
Hold on,
Andre had a
yo.
lot of feminine things going on.
I can dig it down on some gangsta shit.
I can put you down on the gangsta shit. I can put you down with some gangsta shit.
What's that called?
Oh, that was a
Gangsta
nice
shit?
little. I like that.
I'm here with it.
That
was gangsta shit.
Brady felt so good about that one too, because when he tapped it, he was like, "Yes, it's a right."
Yeah, one hand on the ball.
Question: do you think? What's up?
Go ahead, man.
Couch niggas like, yo, which nigga gonna say
They're
it?
arguing on the couch, bro.
Couch niggas arguing about which nigga gonna say it.
Great, like he came in on Lil Wayne's back.
That's
He
true.
came in sounding just like we couldn't like how
Young Thug?
sound like Future. We couldn't
That's
tell
true
him
though.
apart.
Who, Young Thug?
That's
I
facts.
could.
Nah, I could tell them apart.
I could. Sound like a hater.
Yeah,
That's
he did bar
facts.
6.
Do me a favor.
That's true.
Take Care with Young Thug and Lil Wayne. Tell me that's not his son.
Yeah, that's insane.
I heard
Tell me
that
that's not
track.
his
That's
son.
his son.
He evolved crazy, but tell me that's not Wayne's son on that track.
And remember that whole where he was going at Wayne for a long period of time, like
His
just kind of
album
riding
was
that.
the Barter 6. What else you
Yeah,
got?
that's a-
Nah,
Yo,
sonically,
Barter's-
Young Thug is a problem. Like, he is a
dead.
problem. I like his sound. J. Cole really fucks with him because he was talking about him on his previous album.
They make some
When
dope-
they
they
went on
make
tour
some dope-
together.
They went on tour
They went on
together,
tour
too.
together.
Yeah.
They make some dope
Exactly.
beats. Do you
Yeah,
think
dope.
Young Thug is more influential than the Migos?
Yeah.
No. The Migos invented dab. No.
Nah, Migos.
Migos invented the dab.
Did it.
Who came behind him?
Honestly, the Migos are more
Migos
international.
invented the dab.
They're
No.
more international.
No.
Who sounded like the Migos?
Actually, Playboy Cardi did.
Playboy
Nah.
invented the dub?
Nah. The
He said,
Migos.
Yo, Joe's like, I'm not even gonna
Joe's
argue
like,
with this
okay.
with this man.
That was the Migos. That's why
That
you're
was
not
gangsta,
arguing.
Joe's like,
That's why you're not arguing because you're wrong, my nigga.
Nah, cause he a
Yeah,
boss.
'cause-
Bosses don't argue.
Yeah, the dab, like
Fetty on Fetty, bro.
Jones love that shit. That shit hard though.
Jones ain't playing today. He look like he about to fight you. See
We
him
gotta
outside.
fight.
See
We
him
gotta fight.
outside.
We gotta fight.
So so y'all think Migos is more influential or Young Thug?
I think Migos are more international superstars,
Thugger.
and Young Thug is like
Influential.
super influential in the hip hop
I
world.
think the kids
Yeah, I
are
agree with
listening to
that.
Migos
I think
more
that's
than they're
what it
listening
is.
to Young Thug. That's what I mean. Influential.
Yes, definitely,
I think
definitely.
Migos are more influential.
Hold on, what'd you say?
Migos. More artists that are getting big now. They coming out copying Thug sound. Nobody's
Yeah.
So too, yeah.
Future too. Nobody ever says that, but a lot of people are copying Future's.
No, a lot of people are copying the Migos sound.
Everyone is copying
Drake got the Migos sound
bro.
low-key, right?
Everybody got the
And
Migos
Versace.
cadence.
Like,
Yeah,
Drake is hot already. I'm saying.
No, I'm mad.
Listen.
People are riding the Migos wave.
Yeah,
Love
Gunna,
trying
all
to
that-
Yeah, baby.
I look at them
Drake
as
for something, right? Fresh. Black always trying to come for Drake.
I would.
Hold on, Alex, he agree with
I
your
was
point.
big at
Say
Drake.
that again,
Out.
though?
I said Gunna and Baby sound more like Future.
Yeah, Future.
Yeah.
It's Future. They all
say
are
Baby
adapting
sound more
Future
like
sound. They're all
Thug.
adapting Future sound. Even
Gunna
Thug, you
sound
could say,
Future.
has a little bit of Future in him too.
Future mentioned that on his album too. That's what people tend to overlook. They're like, yo, he ain't talking about shit. He picks his spots. Most of his music, yeah, he just talking about.
I think Future is the reason for why Future is not what he should be.
What
I
you
think
mean?
Like I think he's in his own way.
I think it's the business
Yeah, I
behind
think
it.
agree with
Future's
you.
in his own
I think
way.
it's the business behind it.
I think I'm.
Drugs and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
it's the
He's
business.
always been in his own way. Like
I don't think it's
always-
the business. I think he
think it's the
released too
business.
much music at one time.
No,
He
I
put
don't
out-
think it was that.
Not at one time.
Nah, I don't
The
think so.
Hendrix
Not at
and,
one time.
What you're talking
Okay,
about?
let me.
The Hendrix
Okay,
and-
Hold on,
Oh,
let me
he gives a
let
lot
me-
at once.
Let me go. All right, so he has a lot of stuff out, and now it's kind of oversaturated because a lot of niggas did copy his sound, and no, it's a little more. No one wants to hear what Future got right now, in particular, unless you're really looking for Future. And the young kids moving with his sound still, so I mean, it's too much. He's still dropping a lot of work. I think he should take a break, space out the albums. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I think I'm better than everybody. Keep it savage. I think I'm better than all those
I
niggas.
think
Keep
you
it
guys are
savage.
better than all them niggas too. But Gunna, I'm not gonna lie, Gunna's
Gunna's
super
fire.
talented.
Gunna's fire.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Super
Yeah, they're all
talented.
fire.
Gunna's
I
fire.
really like. I really like Gunna.
Gunna's my stepdad.
Gunna's really good. His last album, play, Speed It Up. That's my song.
I want to put some.
That's not your role.
Brady, he got jealous. He was like, he did the little finesse. I want to do it too.
Drink your drink.
We were talking about that earlier.
Tell him I've been sipping. I've been drinking. I've been
Damn, y'all
drinking.
peer pressuring him through a camera?
I've
Like,
been drinking,
Trey over here like, yo,
I've
I'm
been
getting drunk for y'all, don't
drinking.
worry.
In the same spot.
I've been drinking. You know, I've been waiting this.
Yo,
Yo, right
that's
here,
it.
yo.
I've
you
been
want-
drinking.
That's some Gunna right
I've
here.
been drinking. Sound like Beyonce. Beyonce, sign me. Huh? Exact. Oh my God, Future is so talented.
What did Future write for
That's
it?
not Young Future though.
Nah, that's first.
The track that you was just singing.
Oh, he wrote that?
I was drinking. Yeah.
I've been drinking, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Future's super talented. Even Gucci in his book was talking about it.
Yeah,
Like he
Gucci
is,
said that nigga's a workhorse.
he is a workaholic in the studio 24/7 cooking. Like
Why he always sound the same?
that's his voice.
Nah, imagine I killed him like that. No. Future, you're great. You're my stepdad.
Yeah. Nah, Future is I think, yeah, like that question got triumphed. I think Future is, I think, on top of the influence. When it comes to influencer artists, I think Future got it. A lot of Atlanta people, right?
I think the South in general got a lot of influence.
Yeah. When is that going to
South is
change?
running.
Huge
South
influence
is
in the
running
music.
right
When is that going to change? When is New York? Wait, what do you mean producers?
New York needs more producers. Like Atlanta, they look out after each other.
Yeah.
Mafia, they would give a beat to a regular dude.
The South definitely looks out
New
for
York,
it.
Swiss Beats is not giving us a beat. This is not happening.
Swizzy,
I have like 808 beats in my computer right now from different niggas from Atlanta and shit. Niggas in New York is just too selfish. We don't.
Don't nobody show no love in New York.
I think New York is gonna fuck up their own reputation.
It's not just New York though. It's that East Coast mentality. It's that yo, we all out to get it by ourselves, and we ain't really trying to help niggas like that. So that's the problem.
Is it because of the origins of rap? Do you think it stems from the origins of rap?
What do you mean? The origins
Like
of rap?
where it started, like the struggle in the Bronx, like
Nah.
just
I think it got to
I
How
think
it was, like,
I
it was
think
just
if
for different
anything, I think
reasons?
back then it was even more together.
it was more together.
I think it's more about location, like the East Coast and where we at.
in the city. That's why it's a little bit
That's what I'm saying.
I see that.
Spread out, something just like you just gotta have that southern hospitality.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
100%.
Zach, remember when we went down
Fish and
south?
grits.
That Southern hospitality is real. Like,
Bro,
it's
I was
just-
in Georgia and a woman stopped her car to say hello to me. I was so shocked.
Yeah.
I was like, she was just like, how are you guys new to the neighborhood? I'm like, no, I'm where are my cousins? She's like, oh, you guys are their cousins. And I'm like, yo, and a New Yorker would dead not even look me in the eyes.
Try
Like,
to spit at you.
That's what I'm saying. Like the location and everything. Like New York, you're not trained to be.
you
feel me?
cold.
Like,
you trying to
gotta
get in the
go, like,
building.
we got
That's
like
facts.
yo, we got Wall Street over here on the East
That
Coast.
is
You feel what I'm
hustling
saying?
and
Like we're
bustling.
different out here.
different.
Like we're different. We not looking out for you. We got too much shit going on the East
And
Coast.
it's crazy because in
Facts.
the
So I feel
South,
like that might
people
do
will
something with
always
that
say how
too.
much they hate the slowness. Like how they like the hustling and bustling and the slowness
Nah,
and
when
the
you go down
weather not
south, they
changing.
love you. They treat you like, yo, Zach, yo,
They love
you
New York,
down
but
there.
they love
That's
East
fast
Coast.
talking bullshit. Like, they be like, oh, you from New York? What the fuck? Like,
Yeah, them niggas love
shit
coming
be
up here.
It be crazy. Like,
I don't know why.
Honey, you talking too fast.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yo,
we
so
talk
before we
fast,
wrap up
too.
the show, we just wanted to tell the viewers thank you for
shit.
rocking with us. We on episode 4. We only growing, getting bigger. April 1st tomorrow, so let's get it. Keep working. The summer skin out season is on its way.
My skin is my logo.
Hey,
You
my
love
skin,
saying
my
it.
logo.
skin. Oh, Gucci,
Yo.
that song is fire. Yeah, can we
Gucci
can we
got-
can,
Can I
we
take this
actually
out?
finish with what?
Oh, a track.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be my skin, my logo.
Oh.
That
He
would
didn't
be
even listen to the album. He's definitely not playing that shit.
You ain't listen to Solange's album?
Yo, Solange's album is
we
probably
end with
amazing.
this every episode.
Oh, man,
every
you gotta
episode we
listen
end
to
with.
that.
You didn't
Solange's-
listen to Solange's album.
Bro, you got
What you ended with, bro? How you gonna end this?
So thank
Yo.
you for
You
rocking with us, and we'll see you next episode.
Nah,
and
pass
that's
yours.
New York's.
Says a lot if you ain't fucking with us.
Says a lie if you ain't fucking with us. What is Brady doing?
He getting it right now. He getting it.